that's hard for a lot of people who have been out of work and times are difficult, but don't stop believing. This next story is the kind that makes you want to stop making excuses for yourself and just get to it.
Right now, this is that part of downtown LA. It has a nickname, Skid Row. This is where a lot of the shelters are concentrated. A lot of the homeless people stay, and when they're not in the shelter, they'll stay in these tents.
This is an all-too-familiar sight for 18-year-old Khadijah Williams.
Me, my mom, and my sister have been homeless off and on, I guess, since I was 6.
Khadijah, along with her mother, Shantuan, and her 11-year-old sister, Janine, moved from shelter to shelter throughout California.
At first, it was really upsetting because, you know, there's really no stability when we're always having to move, but then I would just get used to it and resign to moving. I remember a couple of times where we were stranded and there were no shelters that had free space, and so there was a couple of times where we would have to sleep either in a bus station or outside. So this is the 4th floor of the Union Rescue Mission. This is where the families sleep. When I was here, I would sleep on the top bunk, and then my mom and sister would share a bed, and then over here would be another family. So I would usually read up here or do my homework up here. It was kind of hard if I had a lot of homework, because when lights are out at 10, then the lights would have to be off. When I was younger, I used to spend most of my time at the Los Angeles Public Library. It changed my life. I was able to kind of teach myself. I just would come here and check out as many books as I possibly could, and then read them as fast as I could, and then come back just to get more. The library kind of gave me some control over some aspect of my life. Like, even though I couldn't really control where I would live or anything, I can control how much I wanted to learn.
Khadijah attended 12 different schools in 12 years. So during her sophomore year, she decided to do whatever it took to stay in one place.
Jefferson High is the last school I went to. I was commuting about 2 hours away, and I would have to wake up at 4:30 in order to catch the bus, in order to get here by 7. It's just so hard to try to balance schoolwork with not having a stable place to live. But if I went to school every day, I would be able to be away from the environment that was just so negative for me. Who wouldn't want to escape that kind of life in Skid Row or in the shelters to come to this? And that's what I focused on.
Well, Khadijah never once stopped believing that education was her ticket out of Skid Row. Last May, she graduated with honors and is now a proud freshman at the prestigious Harvard University. Coming out, Khadijah. Wow, you are what beliefs are made of, really, really. Did you never stop believing? You know, that's our thing, but were there times when you were pretty down and not really as hopeful as you are right now?
Oh, yes, but education for me was just so, I just knew it would always be there, and so I was able to say, you know what? It may be hard, but I have this, I got this, and I will get where I need to go.
You know what is so amazing about you is because particularly when you're a child, and still some adults who've not gotten the fact that you are not defined by your circumstances, but when you're a child, it's really easy to believe that what the world says you are, you are. It's really easy to believe that you are, that if you are on Skid Row, then you are of Skid Row. How were you not able to accept that as a definition of your life?
My mom has been a very great influence for me. No matter where we live, no matter how bad our circumstances may have been, my mom was always positive, and she always had high standards and expectations for me.
Even in the homeless shelters?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she told me, just because you're here doesn't mean you have to portray yourself as like someone who is homeless would.
Who's homeless, yeah.
Yes.
That's great. We'll go to break. We'll be right back.
Coming up, just days before leaving for Harvard, Khadijah goes back to Skid Row to look for her mother to say goodbye.
Tomorrow.
He made millions selling stolen human flesh.
It is a heinous, horrible nightmare.
His wife speaks out publicly.
My life with him was an entire life.
Then her husband swindled millions.
He'd been indicted by the FBI, and you didn't even know it. How quickly do your rich friends leave you?
Like that.
And when her husband dropped dead, the shocking discovery.
5 women, all at the same time? What are the signs that you didn't see?
Monday.
At Steel Chrysler, we crush other dealers' high prices. Let's show you how. New 2010 Ram 1500 4x4, saving $7 grand? Crush it! Save over $10 grand on all quad, crew, and regular cab 4x4s. Hit the gas. New 2010 Grand Caravan, how much? $200 bi-weekly? Crush it! $149 bi-weekly, 0 down, hit the gas. New 2010 Dodge Caliber, how much? $200 bi-weekly? Crush it! $139 bi-weekly, 0 down, hit the gas. Remember, there's only one Steel Chrysler. Now, hit the gas.
The Dragon King Restaurant, the all-day buffet restaurant with great Chinese and Canadian food for the whole family. Please welcome our new chef, direct from his teaching position at one of China's elite cooking schools. Our updated menu offers even more selection, including a wonderful variety of Asian-style hot pot dishes, as well as freshly made-to-order items. With seating for 300 and great menu options, call Dragon King for your next party. So come on down and enjoy the all-day buffet, plus so much more, at the Dragon King Restaurant, Lower Water Street, Halifax.
Come celebrate Ashley Furniture Home Store's 65th anniversary event and get an HD TV with select room packages. The more you buy, the bigger the TV. And take it all home with no payments until 2011. The 65th
Sorry about those advertisements there. The song is gonna be called Dreams Can Happen for People, using C, E minor, B flat, and F. But dreams can happen for people, anyone and everyone. Dreams can happen, even going to Harvard, going to college, getting an education, doing something great with your life. If it's meant to be, then it's alright. Growing up in poverty and rising above it now. Growing up in poverty on all sides of you now. Rising above your dreams, doing your thing. Alright, alright, alright.